What's up? Oh, man. What's up, YouTube? ONYXCON. ONYXCON. When I say Onyx, you say con. I say Onyx, you say con. Real quick. ONYXCON. ONYXCON. Like that. That's how you do it. Yeah. Yeah. Back up out here, y'all. After going downtown yesterday, doing that content for y'all downtown Atlanta. Going to the city where everything was pretty. We are now back in the ride on the courier missions. Yeah. Gonna be a lot of that this week. A whole lot. My goodness. Yeah, it's about to really kick off. Don't do it. Thank you. Alrighty. Where y'all at? Let's get some people up in here. Let me see that one that turns into 20-something people. You know how y'all do. You know how y'all do. What's today? Today is Saturday. Okay, yeah, Saturday. Yesterday felt like my Saturday. For real, though. Yesterday felt like Saturday for me. What's up? Here they come. Yesterday felt like Saturday for me because I got to work today. I'm working tomorrow. I'm working the next day. I'm working the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day before that on the other after that. Oh my goodness. But it was good to take a moment and go to the city. If you haven't seen the content, you definitely need to. You need to go over there right here when you finish watching this live and check out yesterday's content. Multiple posts. And there's more still coming. I got more for y'all. More still coming. More still coming. Let me get this thing right here. Subscribers only in the chat. Appreciate you. What's happening? But yeah. Check out the content from Fan Fest, which is the celebration of the World Cup in Atlanta at Centennial Olympic Park. I went yesterday. I checked it out. Whew. This damn phone. I don't know why it does that. It's so freaking annoying. I gotta get something right. There's some setting on my phone that I didn't tell it to do. It just started doing for itself where it'll cut itself off talking about trying not to overheat. I got the air right on the dang thing. There's no reason for it to say it's gonna overheat. I don't know. Maybe the last thing I want to think is maybe what's starting to happen. Maybe I need a new phone. And I hate that thought because I ain't trying to have another bill. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though you swap them and you get the credit for the old phone and all that, I always keep my phones in good shape. I don't never have no cracked screen, none of that stuff. Knock on wood, knock on glass, knock on everything. I mean, you know. But, yeah, so far so good. And I always have a case. I ain't one of them people. I've never understood people who don't have a phone case. When I tell you that is an absolute priority, as soon as I leave a store from getting a new phone, I got to go get a case. Like, because I'm not going to buy it there. You know they're going to overcharge you in the store. But as soon as you walk out with that phone, I don't even take, I put it in the box again. go in the store, get me a case, and then, you know what I'm saying, start carrying it. Otherwise, I'm not carrying it. I'm not, Too much chance of stuff happening. And it does happen. And I think what started me doing that, I remember one time I walked out of a store, I just got the phone, and it slipped out my hand and hit that concrete. It didn't crack, luckily it didn't crack enough, but it was just the thought that it could have so easily, and I just got it. I said, hell, and I was on my way to go get a case. So I said, that from then on, I keep it in the box until I got the case in hand and go through the whole, it's like a ceremony, it's a ritual, you know. Take that thing apart, put that phone in there and seal it up. Emboss it in protection and armor. People be acting all carefree and whatever with their phone, knowing damn full well in this reality, you got your whole life stored in there. You know, every picture for the last 5 years, every number of everybody you know. You don't know no numbers, most of us. Let's just be honest. We don't know our friends and family's numbers. We know 1 or 2 maybe. You're really doing good if you know 5 of them. Okay, good for you. But that's rare, you know? So you can't be playing with it. Can't be acting like it ain't what it is. Because it definitely is what it is. Oh my goodness. I was saying yesterday how get my funds right. I want to get 2. I used to not understand why people have 2, but I understand why people have 2 phones, especially if you're doing content. You need one that is not going to get clogged up and that has the most memory. Like I said, you just put like 2 or 3, just all the apps you post on, and of course your photo library, and that's it. Like nothing else be on that other phone. Nothing. Just so it's got all the space. It don't never run out of memory and data and all that other good stuff. It's just a machine for working. That's what I want to be able to do. Because I'm so tired of, like I literally, y'all know I have to, when I do those really cool videos, y'all seem to like a little bit, and more y'all liking them. Y'all starting to watch the long content. I appreciate that for the people who put the couple of 2 digits on my long videos. And then those do turn into hundreds and eventually thousands. I know that. Like, shout out to everybody who watch my house in the park videos. Y'all represent, man. That's a whole community of people who love good music. And, what the hell? What did that just say? I hate getting notifications that pop up and go away so fast you can't even. Man, don't. I don't even know what the hell that said. But anyway, you know, get your stuff right, because when I tell y'all, when I'm not playing, when I say I need y'all to subscribe and hit that like button, the amount of work we go through to get these videos, some of us, everybody who's a real YouTuber, doing content of any form, you will feel every word of what I'm about to say. You will put together a video, right? And you're trying to keep it under an hour, you're trying to keep it under 30 minutes. You get it right at that little sweet 30-minute mark for what's really a long video at that point. Because you go any longer, you know people ain't got no attention span. But but it's so good. You like, there's no way I could cut this. If they watched all of it, man, it's an experience. You really gonna feel like you were there. Y'all gonna feel like you were at FanFest yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to really feel like you're standing there watching the concert, watching all the people watching, vibing out with all the decor and everybody's arrangements, all the different setups and everything they got out there for you to look at and see. You're going to feel like that. You're going to feel like you were actually there. It's going to be really cool. But I can't cut that short. If I made that like 15 minutes, y'all not gonna, what I've learned is you break it up into 2 minutes. I got 2 videos. It is 2. It's 2 parts. But I know y'all ain't going to watch past 2. That's it. So, hey, it would have been longer. I cut it into 2 videos. Instead of it being an hour, I cut it into 2 videos, each one of them roughly under 30 minutes. And the first one, I show my whole journey to just getting into the dang thing, because they have all these rules about what you can't have. And I mean, man, it's yo, all this unsafe environment in the U.S. has really made it hard to have fun, man. You gotta literally go everywhere now, like you're going to the airport. And if you ever flown before, you know what I'm talking about. You gotta take everything off, get it scanned, all that. You know, if they don't do it like that, they may as well, because by the time they tell you what can't come in to whatever the space is, you're gonna be back at your car just leaving everything, you know, which is also not safe, because hell, thieves know, okay, people go into this thing, had to put stuff back in their car, they're gonna be busting in cars. You know, it's really messed up. But the only thing that can deter that, and that's a good thing, you got a lot of police on the street around everything dealing with the World Cup. So wish a mofo would. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing all that busting glass. Do that ish now. Yeah. Do that right now. Man, the amount of on your ass because they not trying to have no more embarrassment in this city. They ain't playing with y'all. They're not playing with y'all at all. So yeah, that is a good thing in some ways, you know, all the extra. I just wish it was like this all the time, not just when people are in town. Like y'all acting so proficient when the world is here. What about when the world leaves? Can we keep this? Can we keep this level of security? Can we keep this level of safety priority about the city of Atlanta at all times? That's what we need. They need to make this at all times. You know? Let them know. It ain't no game. We're not playing with y'all. There will be no crime. You know, zero tolerance. You get like that, then it's gonna change the face of the place. It's gonna get the word out. People gonna, you know, all it takes is a couple of rap songs to go out and say, hey man, they ain't playing in Atlanta. Okay, good. Now y'all finally know. You think we joking? You gotta lock it down like that, man. It's sad, but it's true. That's what you gotta do. Because people will not govern themselves under such tyranny. They've been bullied, so they become bullies. You know what I mean? That's what that is. And it's not good at all. So anyway, not to go down that negative hole that can just keep going deeper and deeper into mess. Like I say, it was a good time. It was a good vibe. A lot of beautiful ladies out there. You'll see that in my videos. Like I say, the ones I said, know before you go. Fan Fest Atlanta World Cup. I'm telling y'all all about it, showing you all about it. 2 videos. You watch them 2 videos, you're gonna feel like you went, and you're gonna know what you need to do if you go. Right? And I know that video is gonna help a lot of people out. It should get higher numbers than a lot of my videos because everybody's talking about soccer and World Cup right now. Even people who don't really care about the sport. And I admit, I'm one of those people that I don't really watch soccer all year long or nothing. I mean, but I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm a diehard fan. I love to travel, so I got a lot of fandom for a lot of the countries involved because they're places I want to go or that I have been. So that's how I rock with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mexico take the field. I'm rooting for Mexico because I've been to Mexico and I like Mexico. I love Mexico. You know what I mean? If República Dominicana was out there, hey, I'm shouting for them because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Haiti, I'm rooting for you. I've been on that island, same island. Ain't been to Haiti, but I need to, and I will eventually. I saw a video today. This brother, he's African. I think he's Ghanaian. I'm not sure what. I know he's West African from his accent, most definitely. But I think he's Nigerian or Ghanaian, either one. Not that that's the same, you know what I mean? But they do have a similar cadence to the way they speak. And I do know that generally, when I hear a West African accent, I definitely know. So anyway, he's got really good content on Instagram. And he was doing a video walking on the beach in Haiti, in Haiti. Okay? You hear me say Haiti, that's how you really pronounce it. That was the original name for the entire island, including what is now Dominican Republic, yes, if you know the real history. So he's walking on this beach, and he's just talking about how modern day Haiti gets such a bad rep, but it's such a beautiful place if you go to the right parts. And the stuff that they don't show you is on purpose because they are always, you know, manipulating the country, those powers that be, trying to keep everybody else who could invest in it out while they manipulate how they reap benefits from, you know, continuing to colonize and just pillage the country's resources. But he's saying, like, look, if more well-to-do black folks or anybody who's got a good intent for Haiti starts visiting and sees what it has to offer, it could change the trajectory of what's been going on there. And I agree. I would say that's true for everywhere in the world where there's war and poverty. It's just, the more they only push one narrative, you don't know what else that place has. And yes, there are places that are so desolate that it's almost nothing else but the mess. But it's rare that a place is that. You know, like most of the places in the world where they say, oh, it's so ghetto here and so crazy and so war-torn, it's actually got a lot of beautiful places that rich folks still live in, And you just don't know about that part because they don't push that narrative in certain countries, especially USA. They do not want people to know how beautiful this whole world is. This is a beautiful planet we live on. There's a lot of parts to it that are absolutely gorgeous, and all of the places that they say are the worst places. And I mean all parts of the Middle East where they talk, oh, it's war, what? No, that's not true. It ain't all war. That's their bull. That's their bull. And it's like everywhere else. It's like the narrative that gets pushed on Atlanta. You know, they try and say, oh, Atlanta, because it has gotten worse with crime. This is true. It has gotten worse with traffic. This is all true. But is Atlanta the equivalent, literally the equivalent of, say, for instance, Los Angeles traffic? Hell no. And I know because I got family out there. I've been out there more times than I can count now. I know what it is in LA. In LA, there's always at least one expressway with some traffic on it. That might not, I said might, not always be true around Metro Atlanta. You could be on 285 and there might not be a traffic jam at a certain time of day. Now, will there be one in the next few hours? Oh yes, guaranteed. But like literally, no matter what time of day, no matter what day, that's how it is in LA in my experience. You just pick the wrong expressway on the wrong hour, you in it. You know, and that's not the equivalent. It's not, and as many people as we have in Atlanta now, we still don't have as many people as LA, New York, etc. Just look at the population numbers. Look up the numbers for these cities I'm talking about. It's real easy to find. It's not, you know, there's no debate. It's facts. That's all. You know, and a lot of people don't understand how Atlanta is designed or what people are talking about when they say Atlanta this, Atlanta that. They ain't even talking about the city half the time. Where I'm at right now is just past the metro, if you will. I'm in the boonies, but I stay in a part that's considered still the metro. There's other parts all around. I always say this: if anybody don't, this is the best way to understand what the metro is. The county that contains the city limits of Atlanta, the city proper, is Fulton County. Every county that borders Fulton is part of the metro automatically. I don't care what nobody say. That's a fact. You can look up, there's a board, I forget the name of the consortium, but it's the official group for all of what is the metro. And everything I just said is proven by that because they got a map of what they consider. It's basically saying all these counties are in congruence with each other to make monies, to build commerce, to have certain businesses come into the metro, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And like I say, everyone that touches Fulton, that's metro. And then I would say every county that touches those is or can be, because some of them actually still are, and some of them are in the process of becoming metro. Because to call yourself part of Metro Atlanta, it's like it kills some of that stigma that the rest of the state of Georgia gets of just being poor and ignorant, which is also false, very false. But it's the stigma. I'm just being real. What it is, it's a stigma. So a lot of folks for business, we don't want to be that. We want to be as close to and in alignment with Atlanta as possible. And then you got other places that know they too far away from Atlanta to pretend that they are Atlanta. So they do their own thing, but they don't disrespect Atlanta either. They want to have business connections to Atlanta. You know, like, you know, a place like Macon, they know, hey, we got workforce that leave Macon every day to go work in Atlanta. Now that's a dang fact. Because I met the people. So yeah, I drive all the way from, you drive all the way from where to what? Oh yeah, a lot of that going on. Then you got Augusta, same story. There's even people go that far. Now, that's really crazy. But they do it. They do it. And then you got just too far to be driving to Atlanta for work. Unless that's a route or something that you get paid big money for with some type of delivery or something. But Savannah, yeah. Yeah. And Savannah's its own world. It really is. It's got its own vibe. Shout out to Savannah. Shout out to Savannah. I love the look of Savannah. You know, I love the look of it. And I've spent a considerable amount of time in it to catch a vibe and get a general feeling for it, but there's still more to be discovered. And as summer goes on, with me still craving a beach, I'm starting to debate, man. As much as I need to go to Florida, though. I want to go to Florida. because that's about as close as I can go to the Caribbean if I can't afford the plane ticket just this year, which really bothers me, but still. And I still got Miami on the list because I haven't done it, and I'm not trying to go live, I mean, not live, but vacation stay in Miami because I know how expensive it is. I just want to visit Miami while stuff is happening. I even started looking earlier to Art Basel, which I've always wanted to visit, and it comes around in Christmas time, December and stuff. And even November is a time. I was looking up times when the weather is right, and they were saying November, December are some of the best times. I said, okay. And guess what game comes out in November that everybody keep talking about? Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6, you know what I mean, which takes place in Miami. So I already know, because I'm in the world of the arts, entertainment, business, so I know they're going to do something big in Miami for that game release. There's no way in the world you say, hey, the game is based in Miami, and y'all not going to be Miami partying or doing something for that weekend. There's going to be something going on when that game releases. And I want to consider even possibly going down to see that, to witness that, to cover that. We'll see. We shall see. I'm trying to piece something together now. I'm throwing my weight around in 27, y'all. 26, 27, I'm pushing my weight, man. I'm letting people know what ONYXCON is, what we've done, and see if it can open some doors. I've seen it happen for me before when I let people know what we do and how we move. And I want to get some of them influencer tickets, you know what I mean, where people pay for your hotel and everything, or even if they can't cover your hotel, your flight, they're just like, if you get here, you got a ticket, you can come in, you on the list, and it's official. You get that confirmation and all that. Like, I need some of that. And I've done that type of stuff before. It's just been a while. Like I went to San Diego Comic-Con one time off of my credentials from being the artist, founder, president of ONYXCON and what we do to the biz and everything dealing with popular arts, which is what they're all about as a nonprofit. Yes, they are a nonprofit too, if you didn't know. San Diego Comic-Con. Shout out to Comic-Con. But they're so big and so popular now. If you don't apply early, it's a joke. Like, I went looking knowing it was going to be a no, but I just wanted to see when was the cutoff date. The date was like months ago. Like, you have to apply at the beginning of it's winter and you're applying for summer. That's how what it is. Yeah. And when them tickets go on sale to get in, all of that stuff, you got to have all that stuff early as hell, or you can't get into San Diego Comic-Con. And it's been this way for years. Like, I know people who work heavily in Hollywood, just like I have in the past, actor, production assistant, all the other stuff I've done. But I'm talking friends of mine who are like really, really heavy in the game. Like, faces y'all would know. You may not know the name, but you know their work. Like, one of my stunt friend buddies, he told me one time, he said, man, I don't even know if I can go to Comic-Con this year. And if I can get there, I would be sitting at the Marvel table. I was like, what? Like, you and they, and he's like, yeah, man, it's just that bad with passes. I said, that's crazy, man. That to me is that's ridiculous. When it gets that highfalutin, you've forgotten what made you what you are. The reason why Comic-Con is so big is because of the star element of Hollywood. And I don't care what nobody says, that's a fact. When I went there last time, it's been years ago, but I remember it was when the first Suicide Squad film came out. And I'll never forget the momentum of a crowd and how much people talk that ish about. People love to get online because everybody want to act like they're already famous, sitting in their living room eating grilled cheese, farting and picking their nose, and talking about they ballers because they got a microphone in the basement with some lights or something and a damn gaming chair. You know what I mean? They really think they're famous. I'll tell you what. Will Smith and the rest of the cast of that movie, whatchamacallit, who played Harley with her cute self, and the whole cast, there was a huge podium with this tower, and they walked out and started waving, and the whole room shifted, like all the traffic shifted, and whether you wanted to go that way or not, you had to walk that way, because otherwise you would end up smashed between people, because everybody was pushing back towards where Will was waving, trying to see him. and saying hi and yelling and screaming and losing their mind. And I said, man, what? Wow. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I've only been in a crowd like that maybe 3 times in my life. That time, one time at the beach drop in Atlanta on New Year's. This is in the early years of it when they still did it, the underground. But they stopped doing it. But when they first started it, like second, third year, somewhere in there, I went, and that crowd was so hype. I just, oh man, I'll take that back. There's one other crowd I can mention like that, but it was different with that one because it wasn't standing and we couldn't stay together. Everybody was getting shifted in different directions because of how the crowd was pushing to get out of there. I was like, this is crazy, and I didn't like that feeling. I said, this is why not that kind of crowd, shoulder to shoulder. You got the training over there. Yep, it's a ranch. It's a ranch. Yes.